Hi guys, welcome back. I am Sela. Today I have another product review by the brand called Tesery. They've made a lot of Tesla accessories. You may have come across them before. Today I'm going to install and review their all-weather 3D floor mats for my Tesla Model Y Juniper. I'll be focusing on their features, use case, practicality, fitment, and the aesthetic, and maybe something else as we go. So for transparency, I did reach out to Tesery and asked if they were interested in sending the floor mats to me in exchange for my honest review, which they did, so thank you for sending these over. That being said, what I'm about to say next and for the rest of this video is based on my opinion, my testing. Tesery does not have any part in it. This is a three-piece set, one for the driver's side, one for the passenger side, and this one long continuous piece is for the rear passengers. This is very important to some people, including their pets, so I want to get this out of the way first. The mats are odorless, eco-safe, BPA-free, and made from TPE, non-toxic materials, so it is safe for pets, and they're also scratch resistant. I'm going to test on some of these. However, the BPA-free and non-toxic materials will have to trust Tesery and Google for now. And Google does confirm it. I had to double check. The rear mat had been folded in the box for who knows how long, so I'm gonna lay it flat and put some weights on it. This is not necessary, but I'll do it to speed up the process. We'll come back to that momentarily. All right, let's install these. Starting with the passenger side, I bend it a little bit and lay it in like so. That was it. The seat doesn't need to move back like what I did here. I just wanted to show a better view. One thing I need to mention in terms of fitment regarding the front passenger side is that it is a little shorter than the stock carpet. My other mat is also the same, even shorter, so let me know if you know the reason behind that. Alright, so right after I installed these mats, I realized that Tesery, however, recommends removing the original carpet mats for best fitting. During my test, with and without the carpet, they look identical, so I ended up putting all the stock ones back. Moving to the driver's side, the same thing, goes in without any effort and fits just as nice. Let's go check on the rear mat. Removing the plates and dusting off whatever the mat was collecting, I am laying the mat as flat and as even left-right as possible, and then I'll make sure the cutouts fit into the appropriate spots. Very simple. Final step is to press it down so it'll stay put. This is one nice piece, and again, all of the corners line up very nicely with the car. I didn't notice any smell from the mats. However, it took me about 3 hours or more to film. The car doors were open and the rear mat was left in the sun for about 30 minutes. So that's probably part of the reason why I don't notice any smell. Something else that I noticed, the rear mat covers more ground than the stock carpet does, so I'll take that as a good thing. The mats are also designed with raised edge, and that should keep debris or spills in one place. So if I need to remove them for cleaning later, hopefully the dust doesn't fall all over the place. Taking a closer look at the front too, this also applies to the rear one. There are 3 layers and I'll talk about them briefly, but everything is all on Tesery website. The top has some sort of rubber feel to it, so my feet don't have a tendency to slip. And it is supposed to be waterproof and scratch resistant too. And they use foam in the middle layer to help with sound dampening, and the bottom layer, Tesery calls it anti-slip glue claws. They're like rubber or silicone grippers that prevent the mats from slipping or sliding. And again, we'll be testing on some of these later in the video. All right, let's talk about the features. This is the second week I've had these in my car. When I stepped on the mats, they feel softer than some of the ones that I've had. They're not rough or feel like hard rubber. I mean, they're made out of some sort of rubber for sure, but there are 3 layers here instead of one thick layer. And part of it, I think it has to do with the second layer, the foam in the middle layer that are used for noise reduction, which also helps to absorb contact and gives that plush feel. This is very subjective, but I have enjoyed it so far. Speaking of noise reduction, my hearing is okay, but I can't tell the difference at all. With the anti-slip claws, the small rubber dots underneath the mats, they don't shift much under shear force. I'm really pushing my feet forward and after, and I can see there's a slight movement, but it'll return to its original position when resting or under normal use. So the chance of it blocking the brake or acceleration pedals is probably none to very rare, although I have not had any mats that interfere with my pedals ever. And once again, these three pieces all have the same anti-grip system in them. The top layer does not show a lot of footprints, which surprises me because my first impression was they have darker color, they are rubber, definitely they're going to attract and show a lot of things. But no, I mean, I can tell it shows footprints and picks up some stuff, but it does it better than my expectation. As far as the aesthetic, I do have the black interior headliner and black seats, and these mats really match my interior color, and the pattern looks like it's perforated, which is very similar to my seats, and I think they complement each other quite well. Let's talk use case and practicality. One of the things I always do, and that is my routine, is to clean them regularly. And I don't mean vacuum cleaning, I'm talking rinsing, scrubbing, and drying. So I want to see how easy they are to remove, to clean, and to put back. I don't have any issue removing the mats while keeping the dirt from falling with the driver's side and the front passenger side. However, I need to be a little careful with the rear mat. It is a long piece and can be flexible, but it didn't flop on me and spill dirt or anything, and if there's too much dirt on it, I can always vacuum or wipe them off before removing. The driver's side is dirtier, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to rinse it, no brushing, no soap cleaning, just spray front and back, that's all. For the passenger side, I'll do what I normally do. I scrub it with soap, make sure I hit all of the areas front and back, then I'll spray off the soap. I can just toss them in the sun and let dry that way, but for best practice, I'll wipe off the excess water, and these mats are waterproof so they don't attract as much water anyway. Then I'll dry them off for about 10 minutes each side. Alright, this is the driver's side after it's dried. I only sprayed it with water, no brushing. There's a spot here that was not washed off that I can see, and the rest is looking good. The passenger side is spotless, and I'm trying to look for any brush marks from earlier, but I don't see any. This is only one wash after about a week and a half, so I might give update in the description or do a follow-up review video after a few months on these, but no complaints so far. Overall, I'm happy with the mats. As far as features, they cover all of the standards. They're anti-slip, no smell, eco-safe, and made out of TPE, non-toxic materials. Again, I did look this up on Google to confirm as well. The front two mats are easy to install and to remove without the chance of spilling. The rear one has a long piece, so it's going to be a little more flexible, and if there's a lot of dust in it, I might need to vacuum or wipe it off before removing it. But to be fair, with any mats this size, they will take some getting used to. Fitment is good, pretty simple to install. All the corners and the edges look good and lined up the way they should, with the exception of this part here. For some reason, it doesn't cover the carpet all the way. For me, it is okay. I wear size 9, 9.5, but for someone with bigger shoe size, they may overlap the carpet. In terms of the aesthetic, I have the all black interior headliner and seats. The color of the mats, the pattern design specifically, look like it's perforated. So personally, I like how they look, and cleaning is very simple, doesn't take much at all. For the most part, a simple rinse is enough to get the dirt off, but throw in some soap and give them a good scrub once in a while, doesn't hurt. So that is my take on the Tesery all-weather 3D floor mats for Tesla Model Y Juniper. Any questions, comments, or if I missed anything, please leave them in the comment below. There's also a direct link to the floor mats in my description. Be safe on the road. Talk to you guys next time.